Okay, now, I'm doing another, a video. This will not be edited of anything, because a lot of people would be like, oh, I gotta fix it, you know. No, I don't care. And so I'm gonna do what I do. Here we are dealing with a specific, part of it. Okay, so we're gonna do this as in the idea of Blue Lives Matter more. Okay, we're gonna do this because that is a little bit bonkers. Okay, but now I am going to talk about the ways to give positive energy to take into the police training, mental training. There's gonna be, okay, we're gonna deal with it, okay? I want this to be quick, but we won't know. Okay, let's start, okay? If you want to say that there are fairly brutal things. Okay, so we're looking at how to say, okay, because I am white, so I'm going to say African American people. There's lots of stuff, and there are videos, and so we're pissed about that, okay? This is the thing, okay? If you think that there are only, like, a little, you know, you don't have to be so into that thing, you know? Okay, what can you take less percentage of violence, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, because I want it about the ability to try their best to stop that specific violence in a situation that they're in. So first, here's what I'm talking about, because I did not watch the whole history of a lot of things, but we're going to talk about Mater is 23 at the time, and it was his first plus year as being a police officer. So what you would say is a rookie. But in this entire thing, he reholstered to put his gun. Okay? And then you're gonna look and say, wow, this is a week, that's a waste. And there's gonna be a lot of that, but you should find podcasts that have interviews, and you're gonna also look into the telephone call for a dispatcher, okay? That's also an important thing. So you're gonna look over that, okay? But what he did to create it into a positive energy for this thing, he did not want violence for either, okay? And he was doing his best and job, and I actually feel that this was going to be safely, okay? But he really did have a lot of time to know about the scene and the emotion of the suspect, okay? There's a lot of things, okay? That's the thing. This is the good, okay? Okay, so let's go into, I have a lot of things to talk about, all of it. Okay, with this, we do see a lot of deaths and brutalities and actually the shots to black people. And so these are the thing we watch the whole time, and it is very difficult, and it's very disturbing each time, because we can look also to the white people with much calmer situations. Okay, we see this. Now we're going to talk about this. Okay, when they start to deal with everything, they really can just not see from the race. That's going to be a very difficult thing for you to do, but you're going to look over the entire scene that you are getting informations each time, okay? So you're not here just to arrest a person. You're going to see the entire situation, to clean it and to arrest, which is going to likely be that. And you do not want to have violence, okay? I'm going to talk to a lot of them. So what you're going to do is, this is another thing where this is blind color. Then, okay, this is a lot of things where you have to deal with, but I need you to not view as the race right there in the scene you have right now. They need that job to do it. I don't even, there is so much about racism all around, okay? There's tons of stuff, and now I just want to say right here in the cops, right there in the situation right now, and you are not going to see their skin, okay? Because you are going to see the entire scene, the situation, all the informations, and they will not need their skin, okay? They will need, you will need the mental or emotional or, how to say, erratic type of, they're not gonna, okay. There are behaviors that are very difficult, but you want to do your best to not kill someone. That's to both of you, okay? You don't want to get killed, but do you want to kill another person? You don't, okay? There are sociopaths. Yes, you're going to see those. But you are conscious, okay? And so you're going to be better to see less violence, and you will be able to see less deaths, okay? This is gonna have a lot of things, okay? I'm telling you, it's true. The race is a big thing, and even though colorblind it is a lot of things which just don't do that. Absolutely. Now I want you to absolutely say you can't see the color, okay? Because, okay, yes. All right, let's do part of this about, let's go with their adrenaline. Okay. What you're gonna have is mostly you have the stronger shield versus the suspect in a lot of ways, okay? Like if we're gonna go look at hostages, that's a whole different thing, okay? And so we're just gonna talk about, you have a scene and you want to see weapons, and You want to see why it started there. Okay? When you're feeling in your adrenaline, you feel for yourself. And I get it. You do care because you do not want to die. I get this, okay? But you also do not want to violence other people. I'm telling you, you really don't want to do this, okay? So here, let me go explain why they want less violence, okay? And there will be a lot of ways to help with the mental with it, okay? The psychology is a huge part of, goodness, probably almost everybody's life, okay? So we're gonna go here. This is what is just right there. It is trauma. That's just what it is. It's right there. And so you're gonna see this pretty much every time, okay? When you're having this, you need to admit, you're going to admit that you have emotion. And this is good. And emotion within yourself and other people, this gives, can give a lot of energy, positivity in a lot of ways, okay? There are things where there's a lot of things that are feeling so many things that are negativity, but I want you to also try to see the good ability for the better end, okay? You deserve to have a better end, okay? And so now we're going to talk about these police officers, okay? So now you're going to have to also feel about having PTSD. This isn't a weak thing. This is what we call as humanity, okay? You have a lot of moral and compassion human, okay? So you're going to have a lot of these. You're going to see PTSD, and we're going to say you can allow having these that have happened, and you're a cop, this is going to happen a lot. You want to see ways to deal with it and find, because this is their job forever. You're going to see problems in some of these things. It feels bad, okay? I want you to go and see these, to try and see the energy of positivity, to see better ends. And so I want you to take therapy. And you're going to be like, that is stupid. And you know what? You're going to have emotions and you're going to feel better. Okay? I'm serious. You will feel better. And so when you're dealing it really will help with your work too. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. I would like, honestly, for the very violence arrest that is very like that for both of you, and you will be a part of it, that you see kills between if you see a police officer, remember, I have the brain. Okay. There's going to be police versus the suspect, okay? Now, you're going to have both of these in different types, okay? I'm wanting to have know these trauma, and I want you to go right there as fast as you can get to a therapy. Just right there, we're going to get around this situation, and we're going to see the negativity energy, and you're going to see the ways you can change, that you are going to do your best to change a lot of these to get into better ends for those times. Because nobody wants to end on the bad time too often, okay? You don't want that. Okay. And so I want them every time with that. And also, to be honest, I want people to be open and, how to say excited, but hopeful for therapy, so you can deal with, honestly, your whole self and with your work. So to be open about it is going to be very positive energy. Please, there is such a good thing for therapy. And your whole job is very difficult. It is, a lot of times they're having really hard times, okay? You need therapy. And it's good. Okay, let's go over here. We're going to start with possibly a little bit of fear of between cops and suspects, okay? For a lot of things, when we know about us talking about Black Lives Matter, watching and looking at all of the videos that are very violent, okay? They have been lost trust from the police, okay? They know this, okay? And now the police are going to assume that they do not have respect from those people, okay? So you're going to do more to be more respected. And they absolutely do feel very distrust. And this is there. We see about it, okay? It's there. Now, here's the thing. You don't need respect. You need trust, okay? If we're going to talk about all Black community, they will be happy for police officers. This whole idea is to not distrust it, okay? So now you're going to do this. You're not going to work on respect. You're going to work on trust, okay? So you want to show that you want to see the whole scene, okay? You want to do the less you can do of violence. You really want to make it the easier you can do. It's going to take timer. You're going to take long times, you know, because you're not just going to start with BAMs. You're not going to start with, oh geez. Okay, there's a lot. We're going to have these, but they do a lot of stuff about, oh geez. Okay, the brain. To de-escalating, And so to do that, you're going to want to do this, honestly, as much as you can do. Now, we're going to talk about energy. What you're going to have is fear within your adrenaline into the other adrenaline of fear. Okay? And those are going to have things that are different within it. Okay? You are just afraid with adrenaline. Okay? It's just you. And they have the whole situation. Okay? So there's the entire scene. Okay? So when you're going to give better energy, you will try and do your best to calm yourself more. It's not possibly the all. You will still fear. You will feel fear. Okay, that's there. What you are going to want to do is not just use the fear. You're going to hold the fear, and you're going to do because you just don't want the fear at this second, because you don't want to see the end of bad. Okay, so when we do it, you're going to try and make it slower, and you're going to try and make things a little calm. Okay, and when you're doing it, I want you to look at every information that you have for the scene, to try and see more about the situation. And honestly, there's a lot of people who are witnesses. You're going to listen to them too, because they are there. They lived in that scene, okay? You're not going to be about your safe. You are going to make this the possible best end, okay? So when you're doing this, you're gonna see they're they're drunk. And so there we go. We've got some of this. And we're gonna have this. Oh my goodness, now we have to deal with this. What you're going to do is that what you can do is, I mean, I'm going to assume these are what they would consider as having a weapon. What you're going to see, how they use it, why did they get it, and what did this happen into this situation, because you don't want to hurt people. We don't want you to do that. You don't want to do that. It's just, we don't want this. And we do want trust for police, okay? We really do. They have great jobs, okay? Seriously, this is so good for citizens, okay? They are here for safety. They will need arresting for a lot of things. We get it, okay? We need trust. And when we have trust from the police, we will be better to even respect you. I would feel that I would tell you each time that that's what that whole happening, okay? I'm going to want to see that, and it's good, and it's less violence, okay? You're going to see those things, and, well, I really want to see these, and I'm going to say, this is good things that we want, and this is what we want in cops, and we want cops. We do, okay? Now we're going to deal into... you're going to deal with the gun stuff, okay? I don't know enough about them. you're going to do center of middle. That's going to get them messed up, okay? I mean, that's your job. I really want you to take it calm down. What we're going to talk about is the arrest of that suspect. So they're being down, and yes, of course they can flail. They can get very angry. Okay, this is there. This is also a situation that's very hard for itself. Oh my God, for themselves. And so now you're going to also deal with how you are arresting them. What I want to see, this is actually really crazy stuff. I really just want them to do wrestling. What we see, if you can look with other types, oh my goodness, could we even do Aikido? Yeah, so you can start this. You're going to want to see the ways to do the less and the more efficiency handcuff, okay? You're going to do your best to don't brutalize or mistakes. You just want it to be in the handcuff and in the car, okay? You don't need to really rough, hit them down, okay? It doesn't have to be a long time. And when you have co-workers with you, I would prefer to have specific things more force, just two right there so it cannot get off. And so there's a lot of things. I really do want wrestling. I really do. I think this will be a good thing. And because we've seen this a lot of times of Black people who where things from the arrest after that time will get them killed. Okay, they die. So, I can't breathe. You have people saying there's things happening right now. You're going to see injuries pretty much watching there because you did those things that got there. So you're going to know. Okay, so you're going to work yourself to not use the injuries. You are going to do your best to not get that. You don't need this. You don't want them to go into the hospital. What we can do is just have them going to holding cell right there. Then you have the other co-workers of the freaking thing. Okay, brain. It's there. It is so important to take it less violently. So you're going to look at the different ways to use things that will make less violence. So you're going to look, I want you people to look at all about things that you could have done, which things you can injure, different parts, and then what you're going to try and see what you're dealing with it because you have injured that part, okay? And so you don't want these people to hurt. And you are very important. I'm for real. You really are very important. We need police. And you need to have better energy for that you, like, okay, to just say, even just, I know you have nightmares. Because I don't even have anything violence. I get nightmares all the time, okay? And so, you're probably going to get nightmares often, every few times, where you're feeling about what things that have happened. What things that you could in that dream, you know? I want you to feel about it, oh, this was a problem. I want you to see ways that you want to make it to the better or the best end. You can see the ends. Oh man, what a mess. At times in work, you did get to a place where it's, oh man, what a mess. And you're going to want to see really getting your better to your best end, so you can do your best for the whole thing. And you're going to focus. I really think it's going to be a huge thing about the entire situation. You're going to see the whole scene. I really want you to be aware of how they started. Okay? You are not where it started. So you're going to have to find where they started what they're doing. You're going to be like, you're going to think about, why would they start this? And okay, what are they trying to do? And now I'm here to deal with them. Now you're going to see how to deal with his intent, the other intent that it probably did without you. And now we're going to go over here and you're going to see how can I do the most calm thing you're able to do. I just really, really feel that there's it's not just a problem. I really want these as solutions, okay? This is because they are so important, okay? What are we going to do without them, okay? You do not to fear, full fear, to feel